Okay, you have a team that they cannot pass very well, and they only have 3 hours a week, and they don't really play at home. What do you do?
I would do that. I would do. There's nothing wrong with having two guys just pass. We do an exercise where it's like guys 6 yards away, right? And a little competition, and you know the guys kind of know it's kind of a corny competition, but it's just me and you, right? Boom, one touch, and I say, okay, 30 seconds. How many times can you complete passes? And then you go 2 touch, and then you put. You trying to kick me? All right. And then you put cones in the way. So now the ball comes in. You have to move it around the cone to play. All right. So there's different things you can do. It's difficult, and like I said, the field's not helping. All right. But I still think the kids lack concentration, right? Because that for me, that was boring, right? Over there?
Pretty good.
Oh. Huh? I'm screaming at you because, hey, all right? Ray, you're used to that. I'm gonna go home and slip my wrist after that. All right? But no, I think it's one of those where even our team, every day we do probably 10, 15 minutes of passing. You know, always. Because it's necessary. You know, it creates good habits. Some guys don't have a great first touch, so you need to work on that first touch. I think a lot of times when you get the ball, guys stop it, and we always try and encourage them to move that ball, your first touch. So I think you have 3 hours a week. I know it's not a lot of time, but I think maybe 15 minutes every practice could involve some type of passing and moving. Okay. Because let's be honest, see during the game and your kids are 15, right? So they're playing what, 70 minutes maybe?
Well, no, they're 13 and 11.
Okay, so they're playing close to 70 minutes, right?
Yes.
And that 70 minutes involves what? Passing and moving. All right. So we can't, like I said, it's not all about. And this is where we have the Sony PlayStation, Xbox, whatever you want to call it. It's the new age, right? My son knows who Ronaldinho is, and this guy, and this guy, and I'll say, go juggle the ball 50 times. He can't do it, but he wants to do a back heel and a bicycle kick, right? It's just the way it is, right? Because those are the great. But I tell you what, if you ask Ronaldinho to juggle the ball 50 times, he'd do it with his eyes closed, right? Because he's already perfected the good stuff, the simple, basic stuff, and now he can do the fancy things. But let's be honest, there's only a couple of guys in the world that do it at that, in the game, at that speed, at that level, and all the rest of it. So I think for you guys, it's boring, all right? It's like 1 + 1 = 2. Now it's 5 + 5, 5 times 5. It's the basic stuff, and in order to get to the stuff that I never took in college, so I never got there, all right? But it's true. It's the basic soccer stuff, and these guys don't want it. The other ones don't want to play. Our guys, too. They want to get out there, they want to roll ball and say, okay, guys, 10 on 10, all in, go for it. That's all they want. They want to play. They're still kind of kids, too. Yeah. But there is a point of you can still improve, and these guys have a lot of improvement to do. Yes?
Hey, Coach, for U9s, what's a good thing to concentrate basically on U9s?
I think, obviously, mastering the ball, right? Dribbling. And I go back, and I may be stupid. Just being able to pass the ball from A to B to C. Because I still think a lot of times the ball comes in, and we go to trap it, and now we need 2 touches, 3 touches just to get the ball under control. And I think it's one of those where the more you stress your first touch, because once that ball's under control, it makes the game a little bit easier. And that's where passing and moving come into play, and moving with the ball. Because if you can trap the ball, the game's easier for you. And if you can pass the ball, the game's easier for you. And at 9 years old, it still gets a little bit crowded around. If that one kid can actually pass the ball, have the vision to open it up, it makes the game a lot easier. So for me, I don't know if I would do that for under 9s, but there's other ones that you can do. There's lots of ones where you can just play, set up cones, or even I consider doing this. It's like number the guys off 1, 2, 8, 1 through 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start the balls with number 2 and number 6, or 2, 4, and 6, and all it is if I'm number 1 and you're number 2 and you're number 3. Pass to 1, then it goes to 2. But the balls are continually going around, so the kids get a lot of touches on the balls. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Makes some sense, that exercise, yeah? We still do that. And then it's like, okay, after you've done that, now go backwards. So now you have to look for the guy you passed, now you're receiving it from him, and so you're looking for something else. There's lots of stuff. That little box over there, you can do tons of stuff in there. 2, 3 versus 1, in a 12 by 12. So it creates one guy defending, 3 guys possession, but you can't just pass and stand still. You just have to pass and move to get away from that one guy. So we'd like to do that box where everyone has a ball and we're dribbling around, but there's so much more you can do in a small space like that. Anybody? Anything else? Yes.
No. How do you focus on U6, the youngest one? I mean,
Oh, you got me on that one, bro. Yeah. I think for that, there's games, red light, green light, right? The games I think changed. Their names changed over the years. There was a thing called Sharks and Minnows,
okay.
right?
Pretty much controlling the ball, right?
Controlling the balls. Is that right? Sharks and Minnows is still the name of the game. Star Wars they called it, going from one galaxy to the next. You know what I mean? As long as those kids get the fun out of it. I mean, I still think red light, green light's great. You know, where you run across as fast as you can, you got to keep the ball close in order to stop it. You know, and I bet you if we were to do that here, you'd see some balls trickle away. You know, because our close control sometimes can be a problem. You guys want to play red light, green light? No? All right. Okay. And as far as this was defending and finishing, you want to get more finishing on here. Sorry, Brian. I know I'm running late here, but we're talking, so I ramble on. You know.
You talk.
Huh?
You talk.
I do. I do. You know. The one exercise where I just pass it to you, he lays it off, and the guy whacks it in the goal, which is pretty good for technique. But I think it's not really game related. You know how many times you see a guy stand at the top of the box, plays it in, he lays it off, and the guy shoots it. Right or wrong? Right. So I think a lot of good exercises is, hey, a forward gets the ball here, knocks it out wide, guy takes a touch, run in, two guys. So it's a little bit more game related than just kind of lay off and hit. But that for me is a good starting point where I pass to you, lay it off, and now we're really concentrating on just shooting, absolute shooting. But then after that you kind of go, okay, it really happens in the game. So let's try to think of something a little bit more game related. You know, where if you have the ball, now I'm moving over here, you lead me through, and now I'm shooting, because that's a little bit more game movement than just kind of stationary pass and move. Anything, anybody? We're good? Hey guys, thank you so much. All right. I really am a nice guy at heart. All right. Okay, just when I get soccer, I expect you guys to be, because I emailed and I said, how good are these kids? And I heard what? Very good. Should be easy. All right. So, room for improvement? Always. All right.